Okay, we're here in the hub of East London in Globe Road. I'm at the Cool Box Gym, and this is the very first edition for John Collins Live Television of our Tuesday night series called Londoners. And how fitting it is that Pablo the Barbarian Ben, who we previewed the other day, is making history tonight. He made history the other day by winning a boxing title at the O2. And he's making history tonight because this is the very first episode of the Tuesday Night Londoners series, which features interesting Londoners, which he certainly is. Right, let's go straight to the fight. We previewed it, and we decided that last week that this was a better opponent for you because the guy didn't run away, did he?
Yep. Hello everyone. I'm very happy because not because of anything, but because I managed to fight this time. As I said. In the last interview, yourself, John Collins, there's no one there for me to fight. Keep pulling out. So this time, this guy, Dean Emirali, all respect for this guy because he did turn up and he came to fight. He was there. And it was a good fight, I think.
It was a good fight. I mean, I'd seen Dean Emirali before, and when I realised he'd been matched up with you, I thought, this is a perfect opponent for Pablo because the guy, he's fairly straightforward, but he comes to fight. And I've seen him win fights on Wally's show. It's not like he's some sort of loser because he isn't.
He's never had any losses, like his only wins. So that's.
Yeah, I've never seen him lose, and he's been performing for a few years.
Up until 3rd of December.
I mean, the thing is that I presume in the first few rounds you were just really finding your range, and then it seemed like you just suddenly went into up 2 gears, and then the fight was finished. I mean, you were winning the fight. Don't get me wrong, but he was picking a few decent shots in round 1 and 2. And people were shouting at ringside, "Come on, work, Pablo, work." But there was always the impression that I had that you were biding your time and that you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, that's correct. Basically, all I was doing there is listening to my corner. I was listening to my coach, Barbarian Unleashed. I promised myself I'm not going to do anything out of just my mind, just everything my coach is going to tell me, that's what I'm going to do. Even the way he even told me to sit down a certain way. I normally sit down between rounds, just lean back on the ropes, and he said sit down certain ways, like sit upright, and I did that. He's like, breathe this way. I did exactly what he asked me to do. I'm very happy. I'm honoured that he was in my corner. He's on point. You mentioned something about the first 2 rounds. That's what my coach told me to do. He said, you don't need to go guns blazing, just do this, do that, and that's exactly what I did. He actually told me at some point to just stand there and let him throw shots and block, and I did that. That's why I had a few people saying, oh, well, you was there, you're asking him to punch you. Okay, in a way I wanted to play mind games, but also I do that almost in every fight. I talk to my opponents. I just, as I said in my last interview, my style imposes itself. It's not anything. It's just as long as I'm injury free. I'm in that ring. My style it speaks for itself. So
no, it definitely speaks for itself. I mean, he's a straightforward boxer, and normally because he's powerful and because he can pick shots quite well, he's very orthodox. Normally against someone, a decent straightforward boxer, he'd probably win. But there was a gulf of class. I'm not just saying this because I don't blow smoke up people's arse for no reason. But there was a wealth of difference. I mean, your movement is so fluid. And you're feinting really well. I mean, the footwork is A1, and that's come from years and years of hard work at the end of the day. Hard work here, hard work in other gyms, the MMA. It's all about hard work. And it was literally, you stepped up that gear, right, and bang, 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 You know, he took some shots he just couldn't cope with, and Lionel Omar, who I've got a massive respect for as a referee, he stopped that fight, and it was a correct stoppage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I at some point I didn't know what was like going on fully, but when I looked, I went obviously to shake his hand, and I see he was bleeding badly. So enough respect to Lionel, to the referee. I think it was on point. The stoppage was. Otherwise, I think he was rocked a few times. I mean, I've watched the video a couple of times, and I did see he was. I threw a hook, and he went obviously he was like wobbling his legs, and then I followed with the combinations I did. And when I didn't see the blood at the beginning, but when I went to shake his hand, he was bleeding.
No, he was bleeding profusely. Yeah. I mean, he really was. I mean, those shots were powerful shots, but more than that, they were so fast. You know, that the difference in hand speed was very, very apparent right from the off. So you beat him, as you say, he was unbeaten on this circuit, so that's a great win. You're now the UKBU's English welterweight champion. So, where are we going now? You any thoughts of going professional, or I mean, I know you're the kind of guy you'll do whatever you feel you want to do at that particular time. I know that about you. So there's no hard and fast planning, but obviously, a few things must have crossed your mind since the fight. I mean, you're going to stay on this circuit, or you're going to go back to the MMA? What's your plans? I'm not going to hold you to them because, like I said, you could change next week. But
yeah, it's true. You're on point, John. You read my mind there. I'm so itching to get in that cage.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to maybe a couple of bouts MMA, and that's my plan now. As for the turning pro, I think there's I can't deny that I have to now. I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to do that because I want to, and because I think that's the level. I mean, I can't just be waiting around. I had a prize fight like a couple of months ago. The promoter was decent. I cut the weight and everything, and then he rang me up a day before the fight, sending videos of my weigh-in and everything, and I said, look, I'm on weight. You asked me like it was a short notice. It was about 4 days notice, 3 days. I made weight. I was so eager to fight. I was so happy. There was a beautiful belt on the line, and the offer was good. So I trained so hard. Before that, I was getting ready for another fight, and then basically, end of the story, they all pulled out. It was like an eight-man tournament in Kent, and then promoter rang me up. He said, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to come up with any excuses. They did find out that you're the 8th person in the tournament on a short notice, and they all. He said he put it in a good way. He said, look, they're overwhelmed, and he said I can't risk it. Like, I put you in, and then they end up pulling out. It's not.
It's hard.
So,
you're too good for your own good, if you know what I mean.
So I need to step up
on this circuit.
I need to get out of this circle and get into. No disrespect to the circle. It's good. There's great fighters there, but as I said, for now, I think I'm aiming on like getting into my how do you say it, humble beginning, which is my MMA circle, and probably get a couple of bouts, get out of my system completely, and then get the pro thingy going on, and that's it, and see what we can do from there.
I think that's terrific. Obviously, this is the first of the Londoners series, and I'm really, really pleased to have you. It's just been great. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna keep monitoring what you do, and we'll try and get a regular interview after, just follow, because you're a Hackney guy, you're an East London guy. Exactly. If you don't mind me asking, what's your ethnicity? Because I've always wondered that.
Portuguese Tunisian.
Wow, Portuguese Tunisian. Gosh, cool. Well, there you go. This series is all about diversity of London. So you're absolutely perfect to kick this off.
Still London, though, British.
Absolutely, yeah. We all are around here. So, and I'm Hackney as well. So, what I'll do is, we'll stay in touch, and when you make your next fight, we'll be there, and then we'll do the same thing.
Stay tuned, and hopefully a few weeks time. And also, I would like to thank Cool Box Gym. I would like to thank especially Brian Ochinesi, great guy. Also KO Boxing, KO Gym, Bill Judd, and everyone else, all the guys I've been training with, all my sparring partners at the gym, everyone, my family, everyone. They're all my supporters as well, and my students. Thank you very much.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Pabs.
Thank you, John. For having me.
Pablo, the Barbarian, Ben, the English welterweight champion for the UKBU, signing off. Thanks very much.
I'm so happy. I was wanting to say one thing. The other day, the other interview, I was cutting weight. I felt like a crackhead. So now today I feel a lot more.
No, you don't look like a crackhead now. No problem.